if you want.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
That's first. Two is I'll send you a PDF presentation that will have highlight a lot of these QR codes that I'm going to show you, and you could literally
Yeah.
you could actually scan those QR codes and it'll bring up the forms in front of their eyes without even being logged in, so you can show
Great.
them that. But yeah, just a bit of background about the system. So we've got companies right across Australia that use this product, including
Mm-hmm.
councils. So we've got a variety of councils right across Australia. We've also got companies who are small man bands, large man bands. It really suits any business. So
Yeah.
it is an online system. So as long as you've got an internet connection, you can use the product.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it via computer. Mini iPads probably best for mobile
Yeah.
device process, and you can also use your phone. But mini iPad's probably best. So
Yeah, we've got, we mainly use, iPads.
okay,
So,
fantastic.
for iPhone.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, when you log into the system as an admin user, this is what you would see.
Mm-hmm.
These are all the
Yep.
registers inside the system. So
Mm-hmm.
these icons are just highlighting if everything's up to date, anything needs review, or anything needs attention. You
Mm-hmm.
can set email alerts
Cool.
up for every single process inside the system.
Mm-hmm.
You can even escalate that alert if that person hasn't done it by a given time frame. So I'll give an example. I'm going to show you how by scanning a QR code in the incident form, and I'll bring you up one of our clients' forms that we do. So and we'd make this for you, this nice little template. That'd be your QR
Yep.
code for your incident. We'd send that to you.
Mm-hmm.
You could stick them around everywhere. You can do it for an incident, do it for a hazard, do it for any checklist you create, and also do it for maintenance. They scan that QR
Yep.
code. What happens then? It'll literally go into your incident register as read. But here you can actually
Mm-hmm.
set it that it email alerts any person you've actually set to automatically get an email alert.
Yep.
So literally
So you can have it set to multiple people in this first hierarchy level?
exactly right. You can actually have it set as
Yeah.
many people as you wish. So
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah.
so it and again you can escalate that as many times and relate it to as many people as you want. So so you're looking at
Cool.
literally every process does that that you can actually send an email alert for. But you're looking at
Mm-hmm.
do you have multi-sites or do you have multi-departments?
We have one site, but we have multi-departments, and then we have transport as well, and they're not on site technically, and then we have sales reps. So
Okay.
I think I was trying to think about whether I'd want to split it into the sites like you have, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can
Um,
use them as departments, just exactly those departments that you said you could put in.
yeah,
Rightio? So
yeah, because I think because we have separate managers for the separate departments, and they don't really
yep.
the staff don't interact with each other really,
Yeah, so
apart from the ones that are across. Yeah.
yeah, so when save an example of someone from this site here logged into the system, this is what they would see. But you could filter all this
Yeah, I
data.
think I would split it.
Yeah, you would. It's the best way to do it. And I'll show you why when it gets to the
Yeah.
reporting section. So here you're looking at
Yeah.
basically all this data here. You can filter that person from that particular site only sees stuff that they need to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
The manager would see this icon where they wouldn't see all this data up the top, but they would see this
Mhm.
here where they can actually manage their own little department by themselves. Okay.
Yeah.
You're looking at the employee don't see all those icons up the top, but they don't see the management icon. They just see these icons here.
Yeah.
But instead of them even knowing how to use the system, all they have to do is log in and select the to-do list. And again, they
Mhm.
don't see all this data. You can actually assign things for them to do daily, weekly, monthly, 3 monthly, 6 monthly, and it'll automatically go into their to-do
Yeah.
list. All they do is hit one icon
Perfect.
to take them to their online e-learning module. So
Mhm.
this online e-learning module, you can actually create this inside the system. So you can enter the text, you can upload a photo, a graphic, you can even embed a video here if you wanted to. So, and here you can actually relate a question to that so they can go through and answer it. The end result is that it is actually kept in the employee's history every single induction they've actually undertaken.
Awesome.
You can even select on that induction and print that induction out and sit down and say, and in consultation, go over it with that employee and assign it again to them.
Mm-hmm.
This history also logs every single incident the employee involved, the hazards, the to-do list that you've actually created. So qualifications, you can even SMS notify them, and it automatically keeps it in the record here, so they can actually say, well, they can't say you didn't tell me so.
So you can SMS them via the system. Is there an extra cost on top of that?
Exactly right. So you can go user admin dashboard, notification register, add notification, and enter your message, and it'll automatically SMS them, but it keeps it in the record, so they can't do the old, no, you didn't tell me that. But the SMS, you can just purchase the SMS. That's the only extra cost in the system. But you could also do it by email if you wanted to anyway.
What is it? So 500 back. So that's, sorry.
Yeah.
What is the cost of doing that?
$82 for 500.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you're looking at, so technically, what you're going to do is literally the employee is going to scan that QR code. It's actually going to bring up this incident form. They can relate it to an employee, a contractor, a visitor, a volunteer, or a client, and they can go through here and they can fill in all these different incident forms and so forth, and date, time, and so forth, and go through here and complete a very basic form. They can select injury types. You can add your own injury types in here if you wanted to. You can body parts. You can add right leg, right arm, left leg, fingers, whatever it may be that you want. And automatically.
So the rest of the form is changeable as well?
No, when you'll see that when you actually, and being that we've got councils using this product, so we've got lots of different, and so you've got all these different forms here. If I actually select behavioural, it'll open up a behavioural form. If I actually select customer complaint, it'll open up a customer complaint form.
Oh, great, yeah.
If I open, all the different ones, it just relates, so it's all there for you. It's already done for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the end result that automatically you can do an investigation inside the system as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same form that councils across Australia use. So you can just go through step by step and do this. Then you can actually develop a corrective measure inside the system, because it goes orange. And then what it is that you can put days off work. It has a return to work process inside here. But you can actually set actions to implement those corrective measures.
Yeah.
Now, that automatically creates a whole series of reports. They can see all the stats where your incidents are coming from.
That's great.
So you can even drill down even here, see your stats over the year, or you can go down and say, okay, we have one employee complaint. Who was that? And see who it was. And then you've even got your kind of line charts. Then you've got your pie charts. So you can identify exactly where your incidents are coming from.
Right. So for the separate sites, I can set a particular manager to be able to see this for only their site. But then for, say, the general manager, I can get him to see this as an overall.
Exactly correct. So you know how I mentioned about that sites there, how it filters the data.
Yeah.
So the manager.
Oh, you have an overall site, yeah.
Yep, he has an overall. So he's got these reports here. Yep. So this side here, see it's only 2 incidents.
Yeah.
And see how they can't see other sites.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
So you can actually have it like that. So really, there's a whole variety of different reports that you can set up. So you can even, if you wanted to, publish this register, and you can actually publish in a CSV file, and you can develop a whole series of reports here. A lot of the government agencies, they like doing an Excel spreadsheet and then actually doing a more detailed report as well. Right? Yeah. But then you've got reports on, one of the best features inside the system is that you can actually create your own checklist inside the system.
Yeah.
So you can just, let's select open for that field. Let's select the activity as, we'll just say cleaning. So, and machine, we'll just, you can open that field here. I'll just show you why. You can relate to compliances if you wanted to. This is picking up your compliance register. This is picking up your activity register. The other one's picking up your plant and equipment register. You can relate it to a policy. This is picking up your policy register. And then you can actually build. You can build. You've got lots of checklists that you would be doing, and they're on paper. Now you can actually just build them inside the system literally in a couple of minutes to build a checklist.
Yeah.
You can make that a question. You can make that a text box. So you can actually create whatever you wish inside the system. You can actually assign someone to review that, which usually would be yourself, for continual improvement.
Mm-hmm.
And that will go in your to-do list. You don't even have to think about it. Select add.
Yeah.
So I've built that checklist there. If I select the view icon, it's automatically turned that into an online checklist.
Yeah.
Even created a QR code there. The person can actually use their mini iPad or whatever it may be, phone. They select no, it brings up an action straight away, or a hazard or maintenance, and it'll email alert this person immediately, but also put it into those people that register, but also put it into that person's to-do list. They can't forget it.
Yeah.
So the reason why I open those fields up, so you can actually have the same checklist and relate it to a different site if you wanted to. On here.
Okay.
And then they can sign on screen, save. So if I actually go back to that checklist and select show log, you'll see that it's actually created that time and date. And if I actually hit that and download that, it's even created that into a document, complete with my logo at the top. And the signature. So now, to even make it easier, that's got a QR code there. Again, we'd put it into a nice little frame like this. But you can go user admin dashboard, building management, public icon, add public page. And I can say that was the site.
As much as I want to keep away from paper, being able to download the PDF is good, because we do have some staff who don't even have a work phone sort of thing. So.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So you could create it.
But that doesn't mean they can't have a checklist on there.
That's right. That's exactly right. You can print that out. Just use every feature throughout the entire system has that generate icon.
Yeah.
So it's you're looking
but
at.
I love the QR codes.
Yeah, if you scan that, have you got a QR code reader on your phone?
Not at the moment, but I could get one.
All right. So
easy.
when you get this video, if you scan that QR code, I just made that live. This checklist will come up on your phone.
Yeah.
And you're not even logged into
I love
the system.
them. I know how they work.
So
it
just makes it easier.
Amazing.
So it's and all your employees don't have to even think about what their username and password is.
Yeah, I love that factor, and we do have like a retail store up at the top of the property, and so like customer complaints, anything like that, just like showing transparency and all those sorts of things. Like
Well, that's it. Yeah, exactly right. Like I've done that for a couple of clients with that the QR code for your form. We've created this here. You stick it in behind the counter. Your staff member just has to scan that QR code, and then they can actually select customer complaint and fill in the form straight away.
Yeah, well, it saves me handing out paper all the time. I hate it.
Absolutely. And not only that, remembering, it's actually going to develop these reports here. So you're going to have you're going to have a list of all those things. You'll have these incident types, and you'll be able to see. Yeah, you'll see customer complaints. Oh, geez, we've had a lot this month. Do you know what I mean, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So it's
I want everyone to be able to access this in real time. So I think we've sort of had the systems paper-based and manual-based, and then you'll report back at the end of a month or something. But I don't see the point in waiting for that long. And the only thing is that I'm working on convincing to get this as opposed to a different system, which is basically just a portal and you just put everything into it and you only get out what you put in, sort of thing. So I'm not an expert, I'm not an IT expert, and I'm not a health and safety expert. And so to me, paying to do it myself is pointless.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I've just got to do the convincing, really.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, you're looking at, I mean, you got those features there as well, but like you're looking in your facility, you'd have certain maintenance things as well, rightio? So you can actually develop a maintenance request for a site or a plant item, individual plant item, but let's do it for the entire site. You can say it's going to email that person. You can add your own responses here of maintenance. Okay. You can add locations around your facility, rightio? And save. You could actually, basically then make that.
I like how so we've got a maintenance manager, and then I like how he could then allocate to a certain person or straight to a contractor, because I think he gets so bogged down with having to,
exactly right,
check all his emails and check this and check that and then go and organise it, that it could just, they could get a lot more work done, I think.
Well, you can imagine that someone's going to log maintenance. They're going to do this, submit. It's going to email alert him. It's going to go straight into his maintenance register with work order number. He can select this icon here, but it'll also go into his to-do list, so he doesn't even need to know how to use this register. He just clicks on an icon and it'll open up this form. He can farm that out to an internal person, or he can farm that out to a contractor that you've already...
that's one of the things I like the most, that feature right there. The QR codes and that being able to just assign tasks straight away.
Straight away. And then it's going to go to that contractor, which you already vetted inside your system. You've already got all their insurances and everything like that. So you can select that contractor, update. Goes orange.
Yeah.
Then you can, once it's done, you can actually come back here, say, yes, this was completed on that date, update. You can upload the cost of that maintenance inside here. Upload an invoice. What that does, it automatically, again, produces a report. So you can see where all your maintenance costs are actually coming from by a click of a button, or by someone scanning a QR code.
Yeah, I never realised it would do that much.
That's going to save them money. So it's and then you're looking at, again, like those checklists that you've got that you develop. You can go publish register and say, I want to know that all the checklists done in the last 2 days. So you can assign someone to do certain checklists and see who has actually done that.
Yeah.
The same thing for actions. You can actually see all the actions that a person's assign actions, but this is related to hazards, incidents, all these different kind of sections. Oh, I should have selected a bigger date range there, sorry. So it's so you can produce all these reports. So you can assign certain people actions to do, and it'll actually show you what's been done.
Yeah.
So, and your employees have got certain qualifications. So inside your system,
for sure,
you can actually come down here. You can assign certain qualifications to add qualifications in the system. Select that to put that. Add as many qualifications as you wish. And what the system does, it automatically creates a qualification matrix.
Yeah, I love that.
You can even publish this into a date range. You can even download a training needs analysis. So in the organisational position register, you can say the position of such and such needs these qualifications and these inductions and training.
Yeah. In terms of the admin user, you can have multiple.
You can have as many admins and users as you want, correct.
And they all have the same full access, or
they do. They all have the same full access. So and then with your training, so it automatically creates your training matrix as well. But you can just build your inductions inside the system here easily and effectively, and assign it to people, and they legit. I'm actually putting QR codes on the inductions in the next 2 weeks.
Cool.
So you'll be able to, when you build an induction, and you come here, and you actually select build an induction, for an example, is very easy to build one. I can just go, well, I'll just scroll down the bottom, add field. You can enter the question, enter your text. You can select as many options as you want. You're just creating it, how you want, whatever you want. So that's going to have QR codes in a couple of weeks as well, but you've got all the different things inside the system to actually help you. You've got your policies in here. We do preload 26 policies to get you up and running. So but you can add your own policies inside the system quickly and easily and effectively. Yeah. So you can assign this to-do list. Here we go. This is one that's a good feature that people like. I can say I want them to do this checklist, and I want them to do that every month or every week. Starting from today, that's a person I want to do it. Save. That person doesn't even have to think now. What they do is they log inside the system, they hit their to-do list, and it'll be here assigned to them in their to-do list.
Yeah.
So it's got everything you kind of need in a system and more. I dare say you've got chemicals. You can upload the SDSs inside here. There's QR codes coming in here in a couple of weeks' time as well. So you'll be able to make that public.
It'll create you a chemical register if you put all the details in?
Yeah, that's right. This is your chemical register here. You just upload the SDS here.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
The person will be able to scan a QR code, and it'll bring them up to this page where they can actually look and view the SDS. But
I'd love that. Yeah.
But remembering, you can actually develop a checklist and relate it to a chemical. Okay? So you can actually develop a handling procedure for that chemical. Put that QR code on that chemical or near that chemical, and it's automatically going to keep it in the record.
So at the manager level, you can create anyone a checklist that you want as well.
Exactly right. A manager can create things, an employee can't do certain things.
Yeah, cool, yeah. So you can save your policies and your SDSs and things. What else is there space to save? So training, safe work method statements.
Yep. And all the documents you want, you can upload into the system. So every document you've got currently at the moment, you would just, your forms, safe work methods, your SDSs, anything that you got, your policies, you can enter and upload into the system. But a lot of these things you would actually build as checklists because it's just going to make it so much easier for you.
Yeah. Cool. I don't really think I had any questions. I've
So how many employees?
I watched all the videos that you had.
Yeah. How many employees do you have?
170.
How many?
170.
Okay. So you'll find that just on the induction module will save you heaps of money. So what I can do, I'll get a quote for you and send it out to you, but I'll also send you that PDF presentation. I'll send you this video as well if they want to see that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you're looking at, you've also, just to help you get, with your help guide, every single process is in here, step-by-step graphic. On top of those videos, every process is a step-by-step.
I don't think it would be hard to use at all.
Yep. And then even if you got...
I think there would be a little bit of resistance from some people just about using a computer in general, but it's going to happen no matter which way we do it, it's already too far behind.
And then you've got this submit ticket. You can enter as many tickets as you want and ask questions. How do I use this feature?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
And then, of course, you've got your other training videos here as well. There's 20 odd videos, other than those ones that were just on the website. I've done basically tutorials for every single process inside the system.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're looking at, to get up and running, it's even easier as well. We send you an Excel spreadsheet with these 15 steps. You would enter that data into the Excel spreadsheet and send it back to us. We upload it and your system is ready the next day. Then we'd have one of these go-to meetings as a training session. in that section there, I'd make your incident, hazards, and a maintenance, as well as a couple of checklists, public, and then our team would put them in this nice little frame with your logo and send them off to you so you can print them out. You're up and running literally straight away. And then what I do is
Yep. Sorry. The information we give to you is something we could do ourselves, so it's just faster that way.
Absolutely. You would do it yourself. Yeah. It's very easy. Instead of paying someone to do it for you, it's very easy to do. Rightio. So it's and let alone, you're going to have support from us if you go, oh, what do I do? But this starter kit, I've literally made it step-by-step guide, like a step-by-step guide. And you send that back to us, and then we'd have another one of these go-to meetings. We'd go over, have a look at your system, and then I'd say, okay, this is what you need to do next. This. And then we'd send you a step-by-step guide on what to do. And then that way there, you're up and running. And then if you do need someone to help you as a consultant, whereabouts are you located at?
In Gatton in Queensland.
Gatton in Queensland.
Hour from Brisbane.
Yep.
Hour from Ipswich.
Yep. So we've got a couple of consultants up there that can come to your site and help you if you wanted that. But again, just like a bookkeeper helps or an accountant helps your finances, they would charge you for that. So everything that you saw here is included in your price. There's no charge per license. There's no charge per module. Every module is included in the price. And you've got 170 employees. 170 people can use the system.
Yeah, well, I think basically I'd use every single module. So I think what they've assumed is that the other system that they were looking at would be cheaper, but I'm not sure it even would be, because I would want a lot of modules and they all sell them separately. So, just take a bit of comparison.
Well, they do. These most of our opposition, what they do is they sell an incident process or a risk management process or this, where what I've tried to create here. Apps. Yeah, that's right. What I've tried to create is that something that does everything. So, and then
I can understand if you only need one little thing, but
that's
right. Need everything.
You do, because everything interlinks in safety. It does. Well, this is more than a safety system. This is a total management system. Do you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, well, I'd use it for a bit of our biosecurity stuff as well. It all sort of it intertwines.
And then you've got new registers coming up soon. This PPE register, you'll be able to enter your PPE. This will do a stock take. You'll be able to sign it. You'll be able to see who's actually using it.
Really?
Yep. You'll be able
how far off is that?
That's coming in September.
Yeah, I really want that, because we just buy it and we keep buying it.
Exactly right. And that's what I've actually tried to do. I've actually tried, because being I've been doing this creating this for 10 to 12 years. But before that, I had a business, and so I've created a system here that also can actually help save the company money. So you can imagine with this one here, you can put stock in, you can sign it out to people. You can actually even set email. You'll be able to send an email alert to say, hang on a sec, Phil Bamford got 10 sets of gloves in the last 3 weeks. So
I love it.
So you'll be able to say
we have to lock the cupboard because So take it, whatever,
That's right. So you'll literally be able to say, if this is a set of gloves or set of boots or whatever it may be, yes, they're allowed this many in this period of time frame. And if they do go over this amount, it's going to email alert this manager or whatever it may be. Okay.
I love that. I think that's a good convincing point. Thank you.
So, and again, when that feature goes in, there's no extra charge. That's again, you're just getting a bonus. So
well, I think that's the problem with the other things is if it's just a portal and you just add everything in that you want. If you're not up to date yourself with everything, you just don't get enough out of it.
Exactly.
Because I can identify all the problems we have, but I am only one person. I don't have time to sort them all out. If I don't have a system.
Yep. Alrighty.
Great. So September. Cool.
Okay.
I like that feature.
So it's but what I'll do is I'll send you a quote and I'll send you all this and then that way there you can take it to your management team and show them exactly what it does. So
that would be great. Thank you so much.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for your time and have a good day.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.